Welcome back to New Rockstars. It's me, MT, and Ant-Man and the Wasp QUANTUMANIA actor Jonathan Majors recently revealed that Kang the Conqueror is in fact a Nexus being in the MCU. You know, like on the same level of the freaking Illuminati eliminating Chaos Queen, the Scarlet Witch. Like, how is that possible? And what does it mean to be a Nexus being in the MCU these days? And why is Kang one of them? And how many Nexus beings do we know of so far? Let's get into all these questions together, my nerd babies, because this is very interesting stuff here. And hey, this video is brought to you by Squarespace. More on them later. But there's nothing more interesting than this shirt that I'm wearing right now. I freaking love these QUANTUMANIA designs that we have at nerdriot.shop. They're so freaking cool, especially the one that I designed that has Kang as the Vitruvian Man. Well, I didn't design it because I can't draw for shit. We have an amazing artist that took my idea and made it to life, and they put it on a shirt for you guys to wear. So check that out, and you can wear it and you'd be like, oh my god, a Haitian guy made this. Co-made. Right, so in a recent press conference, Kang the Conqueror actor Jonathan Majors, the man your partner secretly wants to be with, said that Kang is a time-traveling supervillain who is also a Nexus being, which leads to the idea of variance. This means that Kang the Conqueror is now confirmed as the second Nexus being on the MCU map, much like he is in the comics. But what does it mean to be a Nexus being like the Scarlet Witch? Well, basically, according to the Watcher in What If issue number 35, a Nexus being in the Marvel Comics is someone with an immense amount of power to affect not just their own universe, but multiple universes / timelines within the overall multiverse. Essentially, people who can alter the course of the future of the health of multiple realities. And the reason why Kang is a Nexus being is because he and the vast multitudes of his conquering variants have the immense power necessary to affect the multiverse on a massive scale, not just with his own native universe. You know, as evidenced by He Who Remains installing an entire freaking time variance authority to erase entire universes on the regular. And this is why the Scarlet Witch is regarded as a Nexus being as well, because as we learned from Multiverse of Madness, by reading the Darkhold and gaining the knowledge of the multiverse's existence and the ability to dream walk through that multiverse, Wanda officially became a Nexus being herself, simply by blue-skidooing into various monsters and variants of herself across the multiverse for her own ends, and thus greatly affecting the fates of those universes. And this much is alluded to in that WandaVision commercial for the Nexus pill from episode 7, specifically when the voiceover lady notes that taking Nexus can anchor you to your reality or any reality of your choosing.
A unique antidepressant that works to anchor you back to your reality, or the reality of your choice.
With that red pill symbolizing Wanda's chaos magic and its ability to allow her to dreamwalk and anchor herself to any reality that she desires. I mean, just think about how the Scarlet Witch left poor 838 Wanda to bear the blame for the assassinations of the leaders of the Inhumans, the X-Men, and the Fantastic Four, when that was actually 616 Wanda. Like, if anybody in 838 tried to take 838 Wanda away from her children, could be potentially catastrophic for the multiverse, or at the very least for that universe, because, you know, if 838 Wanda is anything like 616 Wanda, she's not gonna let anyone take her away from her kids. Like, it's not gonna happen. Like, I feel so bad. 838 Wanda was just chilling, and then she just had her life ruined by like 616. It's fucked up. Up. And this brings us to our next Nexus being in the MCU, and a pretty big one according to the Illuminati, Doctor Strange and all of his variants. Because according to Reed Richards and the rest of his secret science soldier friends, Doctor Strange variants across the multiverse have routinely proven to be a threat to the health of multiple realities, if not every reality in the multiverse. And the prime example being 838 Doctor Strange triggering the upcoming MCU multiverse incursions by dreamwalking into one of his variants and causing the early annihilation of that variant's universe with the Darkhold. So considering that 838 Doctor Strange is going to be the reason why Earth 616 is going to have to fight other heroes from other universes in Secret Wars, 838 Doctor Strange should definitely meet this criteria of a Nexus being who can change the fate of the multiverse. And look guys, we're gonna get back to the video in just one second, but I gotta tell you guys about Squarespace. Not only are they making it possible for me to do this video, but they could be making it possible for you to do, honestly, whatever you wanna do online. That's because Squarespace makes it easy to make an awesome website that lets you engage with your audience and sell anything that you need, your products, content you create, and even your time. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform for building your brand and growing your business online. If you're into making videos, Squarespace can help you create pro-level videos effortlessly. The Squarespace Video Studio app will help you make and share engaging videos to tell your story, grow your audience, and drive sales. But hey, maybe videos aren't your thing because you're more of a social media buff. No problem. You can display posts from any profile that you want on your website and automatically push website content to your favorite social media channels so your followers can share it too. No matter what you're doing, Squarespace analytic tools will help you learn where your traffic and sales are coming from so you can improve your website and build a marketing strategy based either on your top keywords or most popular products and content. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/newrockstars to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. And we thank Squarespace once again for sponsoring this video. But also, we can't forget that other Doctor Strange variant, Strange Supreme, whose abuse of power also led to the early termination of his reality by the end of his episode of What If. Well, almost, but not entirely, because as we saw from the end of What If Season 1, Strange Supreme now lives in what remains of his ruined reality as he keeps watch over two other Nexus beings to be Killmonger Infinity or Zola Infinity. And I say Nexus beings to be because when we last left them, Killmonger and Zola were both fighting for that power to affect the multiverse in their prison. So theoretically, whoever were to win that tug of war would be a Nexus being. But since Strange Supreme is their new warden, he is technically in possession of that power. And something tells me he's going to take it for himself in What If Season 2. But needless to say, Ultron Infinity achieved Nexushood when he assembled the Infinity Stones to start annihilating life across every reality. So he is our next MCU Nexus being, Ultron Infinity from What If. But we also can't forget about the MCU's first Nexus being, Dormammu, a being with an insatiable appetite to consume entire universes in the multiverse, and a being that I highly suspect to be the very variant that 838 Doctor Strange corrupted with the Darkhold and destroyed his reality, creating the Dark Dimension. Like, I literally think that Dormammu is a Doctor Strange variant, because Dormammu is played by Benedict Cumberbatch in Doctor Strange 1, so there is a chance that Dormammu is secretly that poor 838 Doctor Strange victim that Clea needs Doctor Strange to heal, because we see them heading towards the Dark Dimension at the end of Multiverse of Madness. But there's also the MCU's newest and youngest Nexus being on the block, America Chavez, a young lady with the power to punch her way across realities and steal as many pizza balls as she wants, and also help people from time to time, but only when she learns how to control her powers. And of course, the Watcher from What If is another big one, as his actions of intervention saved the entire multiverse as a whole from Ultron Infinity, despite his vow of non-interference. But he always breaks that vow constantly. In the comics, he just never really follows that. And finally, the season finale of She-Hulk proved that the greatest Nexus being of all is in fact the Kevin AI robot at Marvel Studios, who is capable of editing timelines and multiverses at will and has even the knowledge of the X-Men in his noggin. A gracious god of gears who gifted a Gamma Gal, a handsome devil, with his omnipotent powers, which is what you're supposed to do when you have the powers of a god. Make sure that all the ladies in the world get the booty calls that they need. Because who runs the world? Girls. A prophetess told me that in a dream. But yeah, those are all the Nexus beings in the MCU so far that I can list according to Marvel's definition of what a Nexus being is. Kang and every variant of him have the potential to massively alter the fates of every single universe in existence, like Wanda almost could have done in Multiverse of Madness. But is there anybody else in the MCU that you guys can think of that could be a Nexus being according to this definition? Let us know in the comments below. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. You can follow me at MasterTainment on Twitter if you guys want to see me tweet some weird shit, really fun theories. I've been tweeting a lot of Zelda theories lately, which is kind of weird. But mostly I tweet MCU theories. But most importantly, you can follow New Rockstars wherever we are on the social medias. And of course, do not forget to hit up nerdriot.shop so you can buy all of our cool, awesome nerd stuff over there, including these awesome Quantumania shirts. They're so freaking cool. Make sure you guys buy one of these shirts because it's a great way to support the channel. It really helps us out. And you look fly doing so. But again, I love you guys so much and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.